Hey guys, it's Dave Gass, and this video is going to be about something I know a lot about, and that's collision auto body and what to do when you get in an accident. I know a lot about body shops, and I know a lot about insurance companies. And insurance companies mostly are not your friend, even you're their customer. They're looking out for themselves and the bottom line. So I have 38 years of experience in the trade, high-end collision painting, and mostly spent at two high-end shops with a lot of employees. I was never one for the shop with a couple guys type of thing. I like the big shops. I like the action. I like all the modern technology. So, unfortunately today, my wife called me this morning at 8:15, and she has a 2024 Nissan Altima SR all-wheel drive, white pearl, pretty much loaded, and it's a sweet car. 4,000 miles on it. I just washed it yesterday. Well, somebody was on their phone in a work truck and plowed into her, rear-ended her, and the truck, I don't even think it had a scratch on it, and her car's seriously messed up. Now, this is where she's fine though, so far. Who knows, sometimes the next day your neck is killing you, whatever. I wanted her to go get checked out. She's very stubborn, she didn't yet. So now, here's the advice. Most people, you don't plan on getting into an accident. That's why it's called an accident. And right away, the insurance company, their thing is going to try to act like they're your friend, and they're going to try to take control of the situation right away. And there's so much to talk about with this, I don't know how I'm going to fit it all in one video. They tried to do it to my wife this morning, and I know the business. I stopped it in its tracks. Right away, they're going to say, let's see in your area who's on our list of recommended shops. So what that means is not always bad. It just means that shop and the insurance company, they're kind of in bed together, so kind of. And a lot of times they'll recommend shops that are going to do things for the insurance company's price, not in the best interest of the customer. You have all the say in the world. They make you feel you don't. Within minutes after she reported the accident, I had the insurance company calling me, telling me where to go. Then I had the rental car company that they, calling me, and they're saying you got so many days and how much a day and all that stuff. And I'm like, whoa. She was the one that was hit. There's a police report, proves it. And I'm going to take the car where I want to take the car. So get that out of your head. Don't call my wife. They had called her so many times and tried to intimidate her into, go online, fill this out, look at the list of shops we have, all that crap. And once again, they're trying to tell her about how much, we have rental in our policy. And everybody should get rental in their policy. Especially with the tariffs right now and parts problems, your cars are going to sit at shops longer. And if you're the one that caused the accident, you're going to be on the hook for that rental, and you're going to get screwed. Anyways, it's going to be hard not to get off track here because there's so much to it. With a lifetime of this happening, I know too much about it, I think. But right away, I told the insurance company, look, leave my wife alone, and you deal with me. A couple minutes later, they call me, and they're, okay, we're going to talk to you, and these are the shops we recommend. And I said, no, I was in the business. I can take the car wherever I want to take it. And, so what you do is you go to the shop you're familiar with, or if you have one and that you trust, and you put the ball in their court, and they're going to fight for you. way more than your insurance company's going to fight for you. And you have to remember, they're going to want you back as a customer. They're going to want a good review. They're going to want a happy customer. And here's the biggest part. If they fix your car properly, they're going to make more money. It's just the way it goes. When it's the other way around and the insurance company is guiding the whole process, they're in charge of getting your car fixed. And if you think insurance companies are on your side, don't always work that way. I know one insurance company that I can highly, highly recommend, and that's Amica. Amica, those guys, I never heard a bad word in 38 years. Their appraisers are the best. You might pay a little bit more, and it's damn well worth it. A lot of the insurance companies, believe it or not, when they have the appraisers, they don't want appraisers with any auto body experience, because now they're going to kind of favor the shop and the customer. They're going to understand the process better. They want somebody who just looks at their computer and they just hit check bumper, check quarter, check fender. That's what they really want. Amica's opposite. Their appraisers were all ex-technicians, managers, all that stuff. Unfortunately, we can't get Amica because our house is too far from a fire department, a firehouse. So we don't fit in their parameters of. So if we got Amica for our cars, we'd be great. But then a company that will cover us for our house, we pay double for insurance. It's more than double, actually, because we tried to do it. First thing they do is call the fireplace. How far distance, denied. You're too far from a fire department. Anyways, so we had to stick with the same company who I didn't approve of so that we could get the house and cars together and save a lot of money. But here's the thing. Let the body shop do all the fighting. You have them tow the car, bring the car, whatever it is. If the car's not drivable, they will come get it for you. And the people who hit you, their insurance is going to have to pay for the tow. So don't worry about that. Same with the rental. They'll sell it. A good shop will set up an appointment for a rental. You go there, fill out your paperwork. You got a rental. Some places, they'll bring a rental right on the flatbed to your work or your home and swap out. The shops I've worked at, that's what they did in situations. Now, let them deal with the appointments. Number one, don't let them send an appraiser out to your work or your home, anything like that. Do not do that. In these cars today, it's rubber bumpers. Like my wife's hit, the bumper's hanging off the car, blah, blah, blah. They can't see behind that bumper, and they're going to try to write an estimate right out in the parking lot and push that through. Now what happens when the car goes to the body shop, they have to fight to undo that original estimate. I've seen the craziest estimates that were written, we call it on the street. It didn't even pay for a third of the job. Once you pop that bumper off and you see, the rear body panels crushed and the floors crushed in the trunk and all that, now it's a fight for the body shop, and it's going to delay the process. Because until they get the right estimate, they're not going to stop the job. So, I know that's a lot of information, but just remember, you control the situation. Do not let the insurance company tell you where to go. Do not let them handle anything. Get the police report. Get the person's insurance, your insurance. Get in contact with the shop. Like I said, if the car's drivable, and drivable is very questionable because you don't know what happened to the car, really. It could be suspension problems, radiator could be leaking if it's a front hit, something like that. You could overheat the car, cause tons of damage. Let the body shop handle the process. It's going to be so much less stress, a good, reputable body shop. Ask friends and neighbors, co-workers. Check their Yelp or their reviews or all that stuff. Check all that stuff. But I'm sure, like, you'll hear of somebody, whether it's in your area or a little further. But just remember, don't let the insurance company take control of the situation, because you will make it hard for the body shop, and then the body shop will have to undo everything that was done prior to them seeing the car, because cars are so complicated today. Like my wife's car, it's got all that lane sensor, collision sensor, backup sensors, all that. That stuff all has to be recalibrated, and all it's cameras and all that stuff. It's expensive to fix a car nowadays. If that guy comes out or that girl comes out on the street, looks at the thing, oh, it needs a bumper and a trunk, and on their way, the body shop is going to be screwed. They're going to have a massive time fighting to undo that estimate. It'll get done eventually. Same thing, if it's somebody else who hit you, the body shop and your insurance company are going to go after that other company. It's not for you to do. Bodily injury, I don't know a lot about that part of it, but I just know not all insurance companies are bad. Like I said, Amica is fantastic. But a lot of them, they have these programs and they try to make it sound like they did it for you. They didn't do it for you. They put quotas on how many used parts you should use, how many aftermarket parts they should use, when can they use new parts. And there's a mileage thing with that. Your car has to be under X amount of miles per insurance company or state to get new parts extra. And try to go to a shop that gives you the choice. Say if, I can't remember the exact mileage, say it's 18,000 miles or something like that. After that, they have to use aftermarket parts. Go to a body shop that's going to call you and say, hey, the aftermarket fender is $250. The factory one is $350. If you'd like to come out of pocket for that, you're going to get a better repair. They'll work with you because they know if you care about your vehicle or not. They're going to see the car. They're going to see the condition. With us, I like to lease because I never want to be that guy. Like today, I don't even want that car back. I know the place it's going to go, it's going to get a great repair. But I would rather the car be totaled and go get another one. Just picture, you go spend $50,000, $60,000 for a brand new vehicle. I think this one, we've had it for 6 months or something. And the car gets hit right between the two doors. And it needs a center pillar and two doors and all this stuff. And you've got, a 5 or 7 year loan on this thing, and it's 6 months old. You better, they could tell you all they want about warranties and all that stuff. That car is not going to age the same. The factory paint and then the paint from the body shop, eventually, maybe the body shop's paint is even going to look better than how the car aged. I'm just saying, if you're a car fanatic like I am, it's not going to be the same. Whereas you lease it, you're giving it back in 3 years. It's their car. So we've always leased. God, it's over 20-something cars we've leased between the two of us. If I owned this car, I'd be very upset. I don't own it. I know the place I'm going to bring it to. It's going to do a great job. And in 2.5 years, it goes back to Nissan. Or if it's, you own it 2 years, you say, in a year, it's theirs anyways. And if it's a lease, they might even, the car company like Nissan or whoever, they might even want to come out and inspect the repair. I can remember Honda doing that sometimes. I remember Volvo doing that one time. A car was repaired somewhere else, and the paint job was horrible. We didn't do it at the shop. It wasn't us. This lady went to turn in her lease. I still remember it. It was like a silverish blue Volvo, and it was hood, fender, and then the whole driver's side, all painted. And it was heavy orange peel, the texture. Color was not too good, and it was full of dirt and fish eyes. And they found out what shop did that work. They went after that shop, and then they paid our shop to redo the car right before they took the lease back. It's very rare, but it does happen. Some advice from Dave Gass. This has been a long video. I could go on for freaking 5 days. But yeah, find a good body shop. Trust them. You can trust your insurance company. Just don't let them guide the process. Because, they're all about how quick they can get you back in the car, get you out of the rent-a-car, go to a shop that they have a relationship with so there's not a fight about the estimate. Go to a good shop, let them do the fight. That's what they get paid for, and a lot of them are really, really good at it. Some advice from Dave Gass. You got any questions, put them in the bottom, hit like, subscribe, and hope I could help somebody. Because it's very confusing for people when they get in an accident. Like I always told people, you plan on a dentist appointment, you plan on a million other things. You don't plan on getting into an accident. So the minute it happens, the stress starts. And a lot of times the stress starts between the customer and the body shop. It's not always the body shop's fault. It could be parts problems. The insurance company didn't come out yet to check the car. Any of that stuff. Let the body shop deal with that. Some advice from Dave Gass. And everybody have a great day.